All right, we are back. Everybody say hi, YouTube. We are playing some Birgi combo. What is this deck doing? Well, we are trying to assemble, I guess, Birgi, but we're also trying to assemble Grinning Ignus plus Hazoret's Monument. So essentially, if you have those three cards, you play Grinning Ignus, get a mana from Birgi, use the mana from Birgi to activate the Ignus, pick it back up, rinse and repeat. And every time you're doing that loop, you're generating a mana because Monument makes your Ignus cost one less, and you're also looting through your deck. So basically, infinite mana and draw through your entire deck. How do we kill our opponent? We can generate infinite mana and burn them with Light Up the Night. We can play Devilish Valet and get a bunch of triggers and attack them for a lot of damage. And the rest of the deck is mana with Llanowar Elves, Prosperous Innkeeper, Tangled Florahedron, Collected Company, which is exceptional in this deck because it finds all of our combo pieces, sans the Hazoret's Monument. And then some, like, Thunderkin Awakeners, which are kind of cool with Risen Reef if you're playing, like, the value fair game plan. And then Runaway Steam-Kin, which can also function as, like, a kind of a Birgi at home, which is kind of cool when you're comboing off because it triggers every time you replay the Ignus. Which, with Monument, again, generates infinite mana. So that is what we're trying to do. This deck is sweet, and let's get started. Yeah, donos tomorrow. Donation decks tomorrow. This hand looks dope. We got mana, we got half the combo, we got a Coco. Can't imagine this hand's a mulligan. I think the best draw with this hand is probably Hazoret's Monuments. We could slam it on turn 2. Free League. Who doesn't love free leagues? Temple Garden. Could be like Abzan Greasefang, maybe? Bant. Oh, Bant Humans, probably. Yeah. Okay. Bant Humans. Who Megalol. Huh. So, okay, if they have Reflector Mage, right? If I play Grinning Ignus and get Elf Reflector Mage, I can't play Company next turn. Now, granted, I think that there's a good chance if they have Reflector Mage, they're probably going to bounce the Ignus. But I could also play Risen Reef. The problem with Reef is if I miss on a land drop on Reef, they're 100% going to Reflector Mage the Elf, and then I can't Coco next turn. So, the thought process in this turn is, like, how can we set ourselves best to guarantee we can play Coco next turn? The only way I can guarantee it is if I play Innkeeper. But I don't know that I love playing Innkeeper here. Because I'm trying to think, if I play Ignis, there's nothing I can hit that kills them next turn, right? Because I can't generate a mana after I play the Coco. So I wonder if Reef is just the best play. It probably is, right? It's probably just Reef. Because that's, like, if they don't Reflector Mage the Llanowar Elf, I could also just hit a land. If I hit a land, then it doesn't even matter if they have Reflector Mage. But yeah, like, if they don't Reflector Mage the Elf, this goes the hardest with Coco next turn, so. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to play Innkeeper there, just to guarantee I can play the Coco the next turn. Maybe Ignis. But if I play Ignis, they probably Reflector Mage the Ignis. Okay, well, they had none of that. They just played Adeline, so who cares? I will accept 4 damages. And then I'll probably just pass. Oh. Okay, I can pass with Coco up, and then if I hit Birgi, they're dead next turn, right? Yeah, so your turn. 4 mana untapped, pass with 6 cards in hand. Could be literally anything. Could be literally anything. Don't worry, opponent, I have nothing. Not that the cards that we can Coco into are that large anyways, so it's not like we're going to be able to, like, profitably block anything. Guess we can eat the token, but when I saw Ignis was banned in whatever arena format, I figured it was some injection and not in the standard set. No. Nope. It was, what was the reprint? It was it Strix? I think it was Strixhaven, right? So we know they have no counters. Well, they're playing a company deck. They don't really play counter spells, right? It's in Hogwarts. Alright, go to combat. I mean, they could have Coco, I guess, but the question is, when do I fire my Coco? I mean, probably now, right? Alright, we did hit Birgi, which I think is good, and I think because I hit the Steam-Kin too, I think we might be fine. Even if they Coco into Reflector Mage on Birgi. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, go to 4. I guess they could... Maybe I should chump block with Reef, because they could hit, like, double Lieutenant, maybe. I should probably chump with the Reef, right? Yeah. I guess this is this block is bad if they hit double Lieutenant, but if I don't block the token and they hit double Lieutenant, it would be 5, 8, right? 5, 8, 11? I don't know. Title is wrong. Yes, it is. Thank you. Forgot to change it. Pioneer Birgi combination. Alright, they bounced Birgi. If they had Coco, they should have done it before blocks. Yeah, they probably should have. So... Is Monument Ignus Steam-Kin infinite? It's not, right? How does this work, chat? So... I go... Monument, tap 1, 2, 3, tap 2, play Ignus, counter, shock, pick this up, replay it, second counter, so I need another... Yeah, no, it's not quite enough. Need enough red... Yeah, I don't have quite enough. So I can go, like, Innkeeper Reef, maybe, and just do some chump blocking, right? Innkeeper Reef. And then next turn, I can go Monument, Birgi, make a mana. Yeah, that should be good. So let's go Innkeeper first. And then I can go sack the treasure to play Reef and then play tap Shockland. And that should be good enough. We go back up to 10. Trigger here. Stomping Ground tapped. Pass. We have 4 blockers, because we don't care about any of our blockers. Like, we don't need any of these in play to win. Yeah, they do some stuff. Yada yada, don't care. I mean, I'd prefer to keep the elf, but I don't need to keep the elf. So let's go... Chump block here. Chump block here. Chump block here. 3, 4, 5. Pump is 7. Should be good, right? Company into single lieutenant would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it'd still have to be double lieutenant, which I think I'm okay with. Although we don't need the elf, do we? What if I kept the innkeeper instead of the elf then? Maybe that's better? Might be better. Yeah, I'm at 5. I mean, if they Coco into Reflector Mage, there's not much I could do, right? We just have to hope that they don't hit Reflector Mage. Okay. So... Fuck! So this costs 4. So 4. This costs 2. 1 left over. So we need a land. Shit. Alright, didn't matter. So this costs 4. I think we're good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, the Birgi costs 2 and doesn't make a mana. Right. Fuck. If I kept the elf, I would have won. Yeah, if I kept the elf, I would have won. Cast Birgi for 2, but then I don't have enough to play the Ignus. Fuck. I can infinite life this turn? How? How do I infinite life? Oh my god, if I'd played the Birgi first, right? No, because if I play the Birgi first, then I don't... Yeah. Birgi first, tap out for Monument. I only have 1 floating. I can't do anything with that, right? Birgi, then Ignus? How am I casting Ignus? Oh, right, I get the mana back. What am I saying? Yeah, I'm just dumb. Wait, I had it the whole time. No, I can't play the Ignus. That's the whole point. I can't play the Ignus. I play Birgi. I only have 1 mana floating. How am I casting Ignus? Needed to not cast Monument? Well, if I play Birgi first, this isn't discounted. So it's Birgi first, 4 mana Monument, then I have 1 mana left over. I still can't play the Ignus, no matter what, right? If I go Birgi Ignus, is that just infinite life? Oh, okay. It's just infinite life. Gotcha. Okay. We're learning. It's fine. We're learning. We are learning, chat. I'm just not going to sideboard, because I want to just, like, get a feel for the main deck. This is a learning experience. Deja vu. I mean, I probably should bring in Rending Volley, right? Cut, like, one of these. Cut these. Alright, we'll bring in just Rending Volley. How's that? Yeah, so I could have gained infinite life there, which they obviously can't beat. But, like, then we have to have this discussion. Well, infinite life's not really infinite on Magic Online. I don't want to get into that shit. Rather just not have those discussions. You know my opinions on that, and that's all I'll say about that. This hand's pretty good. Turn 2 Monument. I kind of win con. Yeah, you don't need 3 win cons, right? Like, the thing is, when you have Monument, you draw your entire deck. It doesn't really matter. You don't need the win con. It would have been infinite enough to kill them next turn. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If I just go to, like, 100, they can't kill me. If I kept the Runaway Steam-Kin, Ignus plus Birgi would have been infinite mana. Yeah. I definitely messed that game up. Game I should have won, but we didn't. It's fine. We move on. Can make this modern by just adding an Archimancer. Ooh, Rending Volley versus Experiment 1. Nice. So we get to Monument first. Oh my god, this is actually kind of cracked. I can go Awakener, discard Reef, and then attack with Awakener, get back Reef. That's kind of hot. Yeah, this deck's super hard to play, so it's a learning experience. Don't give a shit about that. I accept. I can do it all, right? Birgi for 2. Play Elf, make a red, play Awakener off of the red. Yeah, I can do it all. Can go discard the Reef. Okay. Play Elf, discard Elf. Play Awakener. Probably discard second Birgi. And then go to combat. I guess we have to suicide. I think that's fine. Yeah, because I pick up the Reef end of turn anyways. And then, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, so they block this, we pick this up, which I can just replay this next turn. I think I'm okay with that. Oh no, it gets sacrificed, not picked up. I don't know why I thought this picked it up, but... maybe that was a bad exchange. Because I can probably wait until they tap out. Like, they're going to attack with both next turn, right? Adeline. Adeline's fine. So they're dead to... they're dead to the homie. Grinning Ignus kills them. Mod check Grinning Ignus. Take 6. This turn feels like Kin and Moxham returns. Yeah. Alright, we can go Mystic. Loot away the Steam Vents. And Ignus kills them. Mod check Ignus. Hey, we did it! Woo! Alright, let's go Grinning Ignus. Chad, are you proud of me? We did the thing. We did the thing. We done did the thing. Now we have to sit through this, which is kind of annoying, but... cool trick, you can actually F6. Oh, they scooped. Alright, cool. Thank you. Thank you, opponent. Let's go. Birgi! Probably should have been a 2-0, but it's fine. We live and we learn. So get your life back. Alright, one more 30-second ad. Go. You love the ads. Don't lie to me, chat. You love the ads. How did I end up finishing with blue-black? First league, 3-2. Second league, I dropped at 1-2, because I wanted to make sure I had time to play this deck, but... deck felt okay, I don't know. Just like... just mid-range decks in this format just don't feel like where I want to be, but... maybe that's just me. This hand is pretty good. We can go Elf on 1, Reef on 2, Ignus on 3. I think I'm down with this hand. So you need 2 cards in hand once you can't hold the win condition. No, because you can stop on Monument. So basically what happens is, like, if you eventually draw into the win condition, like let's say I eventually draw the creature, then you just go play the 1-3, right? I'm going to lead on this. Then you go play the 1-3, and then you can start doing the Ignus thing, but you just don't activate the Monument. It's a May. Do I like Junsack? I like Junsack if you're trying to interact more, but again, I think this format is really about you just want to like do your thing. I know that sounds kind of dumb, but So I think the Rakdos Sacrifice deck just having a faster curve, a faster Goldfish, I like that a little bit more. Do I play Reef here or do I play Ignus? I think I play Reef first. Yeah, I think I play Reef first. Maybe I don't. Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I am Adamune now. Nice. Thalia, Heretic, Cathar. I was going to say that doesn't do anything against my combo, which it doesn't, but it does make me not able to cast Collected Company this turn. That's really bad. Okay, I think I have to go Ignus. Probably Chump Block with Risen Reef and just kind of Prage. Yeah, we just kind of have to Prage here, chat. Go. Oh, God, this is so rough. Yeah, this match should have been a 2-0, but, you know. More people are running Weathered Runestone. What's the reason to play Let Up the Night over Banefire? It's just better to cast early on. I guess I could just go to 1. How do I kill them next turn? Because I can't Coco into a mana source, right? Whatever. I'll just take 6. Take 9, excuse me. You ever just been at 1 before? Pack leader pumps? No, they need what, 4th mana. Hopeful Initiate. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Okay. Alright, what are we up against? Jegantha. Jegantha, Mirror. I have no green mana. Take a mulligan. Yeah, this deck is super hard to play. Ooh, Tangled Florahedron. I think I have to keep this hand, though. Go back to second Coco. So this is Heroic. Don't think we can really race Heroic. Seems like they're a little bit faster than us. Okay, actually drew that. So now I can go turn 2 Florahedron Steam Vents. What's the reason to play Steam Vents over Forest? What do you mean? I don't understand the question. So I can cast my spells. I think I probably have to play towards Coco next turn, so I just have to do it this way. Maybe I'm supposed to just go Florahedron on 1, tap Steam Vents Elf on 2, and then this Coco on 3. Maybe that's better. I ain't blocking. I don't give a shit. No blocks. Well... Okay. That's a thing. Like how I drew both Devilish Valets. Alright, pass. Play a Coco here. We're at 13. I mean, it seems like they have no spells in hand. They didn't cast anything last turn. Can maybe, like, try to hit something to chump block the Virtuoso. Alright, I will cast Collected Company. We have Ignis plus... Okay, if I take Ignis Elf, they're dead, right? Because then I can go Monument Birgi, activate, kill you. But I need the 5th mana. So I'm going to take Ignis Elf and just not block. They didn't have anything last turn. It does trigger twice, but I kind of just want the guaranteed land drop. Like, they didn't have a spell last turn, so... They don't have a spell this turn. They look dead. Alright, so lead Monument. Cast Birgi. Trigger. Got him! Let's go. You just need your opponent to never draw a single spell. It's simply that easy. What's their hand? I don't know. I guess they just kept all creatures. Sometimes they just keep lands and creatures, so... 1-0 versus the chair, yeah. Alright, what do you want to board it against Heroic? I feel like these Awakeners are not that great, especially in this matchup. This is more of like a value-oriented card. I feel like we can maybe shave a Monument, bring in the Volleys. Yeah, I think I like that. I don't think I love Melee, because Volley kills their more important cards. Like, we're losing to Virtuoso more often than we're losing to their red creatures. So, I think that's my argument for bringing in Volley and not Redcap Melee. How does anyone play Lotus Field nowadays? Yeah, it is pretty fragile. I mean, it has some polarized matchups. Like, there are definitely some matchups where it's good, but for the most part, I'm not a huge fan of Lotus Field. But again, it gets a little bit better with the down tick in mono green, so gotta think of that too. Kind of okay with that. Especially if they don't have a second land. So let's go Spirebluff Steam-Kin, I think. Then we can just go, I think, Birgi on 3. Yeah, probably Birgi on 3, right? Put a bullet in my hand. Surprised Jeskai Ascendancy didn't make a return. Well, that's a good trot. The problem with Jeskai Ascendancy is less the Winota matchup and more so the Expressive Iteration ban. Like, that was the deck that got hurt by the Iteration ban the most by far, you know? And I've tried to play that deck without Iteration, replacing it with Strategic Planning, and it just does not work. Like, it just did not work for me. Oh, hey, they're dead. Well, game 1, they drew all lands and creatures, and game 2, they didn't draw any spells. Or didn't draw any lands, excuse me. Pog. It's simply that easy. It is simply that easy. Simply that easy. Alright, I will eventually find my win condition. Eventually, I'll find my win condition. God, the clicking is real, as they say. Wait, no, cancel. The clicking is real. Do. Oh, stop. I don't want to do that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah. This is my farewell to you. Alright, cool. He just wanted to know what the big condition is. 1-1, let's go. This is why I can never play something like Yawgmoth or Druid outside of paper. Yeah, it's super annoying and some way to interact. This is a turn 4 kill if I draw lands. I guess I'll keep it. Yeah. Yeah, some rough draws, man. This deck is not the best combo deck. I agree. I never said it was. Oh, you're playing the JS. Do I think this is going to be the best combo deck in Pioneer, and do I think it's modern playable? No, it's not going to be the best combo deck in Pioneer. I think both Lotus Field and Greasefang are probably better. And the reason I think that this deck is a little bit more, not quite as good in terms of a combo deck specifically than those other two decks is because it's reliant on creatures, right? And as I'm sure you can imagine, your combo deck being not that great against just Fatal Push is kind of a weird place to be. So I think if you're comparing, like, just in terms of the combo aspect, I don't like this deck as much as the other combo decks. But it has a niche place. Like, it is a combo deck that has a decent backup plan. Not a great backup plan, but a decent one. With, like, Coco Risen Reef stuff. But alright, so that should be game next turn. I guess I might as well attack. I'm not blocking, so. B-plan seems bad. It's not great. Don't get me wrong, the B-plan is not great, but Coco's a good card. And on that note, we're going to bed. Have a good stream. Take it easy, Tater Tot. Thanks for stopping by, bunny. Alright, chat. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Please don't make me do this. Oh, God. Oh, no. Make mana. I could just F6 now. Pick up. Cast. This is the most annoying part of the deck for sure. It's just like, back and fuck it up. I cast Grinning Ignus. Make mana. They have conceded from the game. Cool. Yeah, it's deterministic. So basically, the max is probably 107, 374, 1824. Yeah, so if you have Hazoret's Monument, as you saw there, you're drawing through your entire deck as you're making infinite mana, and you eventually either find Light Up the Night to burn your opponent out, or you can find Devilish Valet, which is kind of cool because this is essentially a win condition, a combo piece win condition that you can hit off of company, and because you're casting Grinning Ignus over and over and over again, you're triggering this infinite times, so... Yeah, so because we're drawing, discarding our entire deck, and this is a May, so even if, like, hypothetically, if you get into the scenario where the bottom 3 cards of your deck are all of your win conditions, it doesn't matter because Hazoret's a Monument's a May, so what you do is you just get all the way to the bottom of your deck, and then go through the loop a million times without drawing with Monument, make infinite mana, and then kill them that way, you know what I mean? So, that being said, I think I'm going to board the same that I did the last round, which was cut the Awakeners and Shrim. Actually, we can cut the second Valet, because, like, again, if you have Monument, you don't really need another copy of these. Like, you're just going to draw your deck, so... Like, I don't even know if you need the third win condition altogether. You can probably get onto 2, but... I'm sure there's a reason for the second Valet, I'm just not quite sure what it is right now. Yeah, I mean... I guess this hand's missing a land and an Ignus. Yeah, this hand's probably bad, actually. Alright, well, this hand's worse. Okay, I guess. I'll back these, I think. Done. Or 1/2 of a 32-bit integer, so you can use one integer to hold both power and toughness. Well, the 1/3 only pumps power, so you don't even have to pump toughness. I wonder if I can pull the replay of the Solitaire match that I did to show you how far I got. I might be able to. Alright, so this is a potential turn 3 Coco. Don't know if it's going to be fast enough against turn 2 Virtuoso, though. We shall see. Homestead Courage. Essentially just 2 ships passing in the night, right? Not really trying to interact with each other for the most part. I feel like my viewer count dropped when I switched the hat back, so we're going back to the front. We're going back to the good half of the hat. And chat can complain about me being a Cowboys fan. I fucking love this hat, though. Coco assembling your combo is pretty decent as far as combo decks go. Yeah. Yeah, the fact that Coco acts as a value card, but also a combo enabler is pretty nice, right? Oh, I didn't realize it was lethal. I should have blocked. Whatever, I just did anyways. Didn't matter. Is that the draft day hat? Yeah, it is. Last time Doom's hat was cool when he was a kid. I mean, I was probably still wearing a Cowboys hat when I was a kid, so... This hand's good, right? We go turn 1 Florahedron, turn 2 Innkeeper, turn 3 Monument, turn 4 Kill. I mean, I'm not going to mull a turn 4 Kill in the play. That's just not going to happen. I need to find a land, but... No 1-drop, that's good for us. It's probably the worst draw in the deck. Definitely the worst draw in the deck. I mean, I just need a land, right? No, just 1 land. I need a land right now to be able to cast Monument without sacking the treasure. Fuck. Okay. So if I play Monument... I'm trying to think if it's better to play Monument or Birgi. Probably Monument, right? How do I honestly feel about deck? I think deck's good. I like deck. Can't they disrupt the combo by killing Ignus? Yeah, they could also kill Birgi too. Which is kind of why I want to play the Monument first. Because then I can go, like, Monument this turn, next turn, Birgi, loot, try to find a land. Deck is bad. Don't make me ban you. I ain't blocking with this, so I might as well attack. What I'm saying is we know MTGO is coded using .NET, and the keyword INT refers to a 32-bit. I ain't reading all that. Any creature can use one in and store both its power and top this value. It's a popular trick from old days. I read all the things you just said, and I have no idea what it means. So, yeah, Max is a Washington fan, so another reason for me to ban you, or at least time you out. I declare no blocks. Yeah, thanks. Now we draw land. So whatever creature I play, they're likely just going to kill. So I think I'm supposed to lead with Birgi? I don't know. This is just bad. I'm at 13. Unironically, I can activate Boseiju. I don't know if that matters, but I can actually activate Boseiju this turn. Okay, that's fine. I can beat that. I mean, maybe they just don't have... They might just not have the Reckless Rage. But because I have land 4, I can Grinning Ignus... I can't Grinning Ignus into Birgi, or into... Yeah, I can't loot into Birgi, because if I go play Grinning Ignus first, draw Birgi, cast Birgi, I have no mana left over to activate it, so... White. They might give the Swift Spear pro green. 6-9. I was gonna say, like, try to force a chump block with Birgi, but... Okay. So that kills the thing. And this is 10. Was that exactly 13? Oh, wait! Oh my god, I can Boseiju the Portable Hole and chump block. Oh, this is so good! Yes! I can Boseiju the Portable Hole and then chump block, right? Yeah, I can chump block with the Innkeeper. Bro. That's so good. I guess the issue is they get a mana, and they might be able to do something with the mana, right? I mean, there's not much I can do about that. This is my only line. I get the mana source. I get the treasure, too, which is pretty huge. But yeah, if they have like something to do with the mana, then this could be dicey, but not much I can do about it. Okay. Well, I will jump block and go to 2. Alright, I'm at 2. Can you kill me? Doesn't look like they can kill me. So... Play land. Play Grinning Ignus. Trigger. No shot. No shot I won this game. No shot. God, that's so good! That Boseiju, man. That was a... Whew! That was a nice play. Easy clap in the chat. This hand kind of sucks, right? Yeah, this hand's terrible. Okay, keep this. We can go turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Ignis, turn 3 Coco. I think I ship... I might rather ship the Steam-Kin. Keep both Cocos. It's a little high rolly. Because now if they kill the Elf, this is a little bit worse, because I don't have a turn 2 play, but it's not like... If they're playing a deck that kills Elf, like, playing a 1/1 doesn't do anything. If I win the Mega Millions, I can go. If I win the Mega Millions, I'm going to retire. Oh. Fuck. Tech W in chat. How do we beat this card, by the way? We can't beat this card, right? Oh, no. We just can't beat this card, right? I don't think we have a removal spell for it. Oh, Boseiju. We have, like, 1 Boseiju in our deck. Alright, I guess I'm gonna cast Grinning Ignus. Take 2. Oh my god. This matchup has to be atrocious. Yeah, I'm gonna save you some time, buddy. We're gonna save you some time there. I guess I can bring in Masked Vandal. Probably have to. Literally can't beat the Eidolon. I'm gonna definitely cut the Awakeners. Not this. Cut the Awakeners, cut the second Valet. I think I want to cut a Steam-Kin. Like, I don't really think that we're trying... Yeah. I'm just gonna cut a Steam-Kin. Again, I don't really know exactly what I'm allowed to sideboard with this deck, so I'm just, like, kind of cutting some weird random numbers, but... Surprise them with Coco Block. It'd be nice if I had a land. You want to win an RCQ, play Burn. The problem with playing Burn is I think that deck is so bad against Rakdos Sacrifice, and there's like a decent amount of Rakdos Sacrifice, even in paper. And like, the red deck can't ever beat Rakdos Sac. I don't even know if it's that good against Rakdos mid. I don't think it is, right? Because they have Kalitas and stuff. Like, they just kill all of your creatures up the curve, and then they just Kalitas you. Boseiju really got me that last match. Dude, that Boseiju play was hot, wasn't it? I was worried that you had, like, another instant to cast off of it. Like, because I go to exactly 2 off of the unblocked thing, so if you had another instant, I was just going to die anyways, but... Hazoret Black Sack versus Mono Green. It's unfavored, but I think it's not... It's close, I would say. I think it's close, but... Maybe that's just copium. I want to save melee for Eidolon, so I'm not going to kill this. 16. Okay. I just go Monument, right? Go. We have lethal next turn. If it's the bird deck, they just throw a bird at your face and kill you with ruins. I think a lot of the red decks that I've seen have been more... I think we still kill, right? A lot of the red decks that I've seen have been more focused on the Embercleave stuff. And I think if more people are playing Embercleave, then Rakdos midrange kind of crushes that version. Alright, let's do this. Let's figure this out. How do I kill them? I go Birgi, Melee, Ignus, right? In that order? Yeah, Birgi first. Birgi first. Trigger, I end up at 5. Discard. Melee, get a mana back. Yeah, this is game. This is, in fact, game. Activate. Trigger. Alright, game 3. Let's go. Well... Alright, run it back. Let's go. Beat Mono Green twice last night with an active card using Greasefang Abzan. It's the Cavalier, which kills me most of the time. How did you beat Mono Green versus an active Karn? Like, I don't even know what you're... Like, how does the Greasefang deck function under a Karn? I don't even... What are you even supposed to do at that point? Just tuned in exactly how does this combo work. So, basically, if you have a Monument, your Birgi... If you have Monument and Birgi in play, your Ignus only costs 2, and it generates 2 mana when you get it, because you get a mana off of this and a mana off of this. So it's infinite mana, draw your entire deck with the Monument, and then you eventually kill them with the Light Up the Night. They kept 7. I could keep this and go turn 1 Florahedron, turn 2 Tapland Elf. I mean, this hand has mana and 2/3 of the combo. I think I'm supposed to keep. And it does have an answer to Eidolon. You attack Karn with Siege Rhino. That's on Whirler Rogue in the Humans list and Pioneer. If I was going to play a 4-drop... well, first of all, I just don't want to play 4-drops. Like, I'm just not that interested in playing 4-drops in the Humans deck. I want to... Like, if I'm playing 4-drops, it's Coco, and I want to stop the curve at Coco, and I don't want to play any other 4-drops. So, I wouldn't play any 4-drops outside of Coco. You didn't beat an active card, you made the card inactive. Oh, sure, with Chariot. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Another thing that prevents me from comboing. Land? Land, please? Okay, that's good. Okay, I could go Melee plus Birgi, maybe? They have 3 cards. It might be better to just go Melee plus Birgi. Yeah, I think I like that. And then if they kill Birgi, play Eidolon, I can go Masked Vandal, kill the Eidolon. Nightmare matchup. We won game 2. We just kind of nutted them. And our hand's pretty good this game. It's annoying. It's a good hand. Now I need a land. I'm at 11. Well, I kind of have to play the Monument, right? Yeah, kind of sucks. I mean, tried out the 2 Florahedrons for a land in the 3rd Innkeeper. What do you think? The Florahedrons have been pretty bad. I don't mind just playing more lands. Nice. Deck's just trolling me at this point. We should be 3-1, but I punted against humans. I just like I had infinite life game one and I just missed it, so should be 3-1, but you think learn to play MTGO is hard? I think the hardest thing about MTGO is just like figuring out the stops and the phases, you know? Honor Man, thank you for the raid, buddy. Appreciate you. Welcome everybody from a Connor Man stream. We are finishing up our last League of the Night with some Teamer Grinning Ignus combo. This deck's pretty sweet, and hopefully we can get a nice little 3-2 here. I think I put back the Valet. It's better against Thoughtseize or like removal spell on Ignus. You don't really need this in your opening hand. You can find a win condition eventually. Went 0-4 today in a Dota deck, going camping for 4 days, so GG have to pack. Played Ignus yesterday and got power clapped. Didn't draw enough Ignus. Yeah. I feel like this matchup is good. Oh, wait, no, they're playing Sacrifice. Yeah, they're playing Sac. This matchup might be dicey. Hopefully we just draw Birgi, but, you know. They are dead if I draw Birgi. If they tap out. So they're going to tap out for Mayhem Devil, and we'll just draw Birgi. It's just that easy. Birgi, 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 Birgi. That's pretty good, too. Saga's pretty scary if they stick up Mayhem Devil. Yeah, I'm trying to think. If I Ignus first, if I spike Birgi off of Ignus, can I kill them? I can, right? So I go 2 mana, Ignus, right? I have enough. I do. Okay, watch, ready? 2 mana, Ignus, Stomping Ground untapped, right? Spike into Birgi. Activate Ignus, pick it up, 2 in a red floating. Play Stomping Ground, 2 colorless, 2 red. Play Birgi, colorless red floating. Play Ignus, trigger Birgi, activate Ignus, kill you. So I do have enough if I spike it. So I guess I should go Ignus first, discard Boseiju. No, probably the second Ignus. And then if I miss, I can go Stomping Ground, pass, Company on their turn. So let's go Ignus first. Discard Ignus, because I want to keep this for potential Cat Oven shenanigans. Okay, that's fine. So Stomping Ground untapped, pass. There's no reason to Coco main phase, right? Oh no, it's only sorcery speed? Ah, shite. I didn't know that. I'm so dumb. I didn't know it was only sorcery speed. Fuck. I did not know it was only sorcery speed. Damn it. Yeah. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Now I'm down 2 Ignuses. That's not good. Why is this only sorcery speed? I guess it might be too good if it's instant speed, but... yeah. Obviously, I should have made Face Coco if I had just read my card. It'd be unkillable. Yeah, but, like, who cares? It's a 3-mana 2-2. Why do people care if they can't kill the 3-mana 2-2? Oh my god. Troll Despair. Actual Troll Despair, too. Just the next card would have killed them. No. I mean, I wouldn't be able to kill them that turn, right? I mean, their hand doesn't look great. We still might be able to kill them. As long as I hit an Ignus. Okay, they still can't deal 2 damage at instant speed. They can trigger Fatal Push, though. Alright, well, trying to think if there's... I probably should take the Reef, right? Because if they somehow do have a removal spell for the Ignus, Reef gives me more cards. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see if they can kill the Ignus. If they can't, they're dead. Hope they can't. Pause champ, pause champ, pause champ. Pause champ. Maybe I'm supposed to kill the Oven first. No, because they get a mana. I don't want to kill the Oven first. Because then I just give them a mana. They may have push though. What's this? Oh. Does Boseiju do anything here? If I Boseiju the Witch's Oven... Hmm. Yeah, if I Boseiju the Witch summon, they just sack in response, right? Fuck, fuck, fuck. Yeah, Birgi backside. I mean, that's probably not good enough. I only have one Ignus left in my deck. Imagine how good Vale would be here. Yeah, Vale would be gross. Fine. Guess I just cast the back half? Alright. I don't think there's a reason to do this now, so deck for one, I guess. I threw this game so bad. I'd probably win this game if I just main face the Coco, right? That's tough. Yeah, I definitely win this game. Now I played the back half, so I can't. Oh my god. I played this game so badly. I deserve to lose this game. I played so fucking bad. Yeah, I just had this game rolled up. The same thing happened with the Humans League. This deck is really hard to play. Humans match, the exact same thing happened. I had them dead and just missed little things, you know? If I had picked up the Ignus before casting Birgi, isn't there not a window for them to kill Ignus? No, because it's still sorcery speed. So, they can just kill it when I activate it, you know? No matter what, they always have an opportunity to kill it, because it activates, you know? Man. I deserve to lose this game. 3 a.m. And we have to discard this. I don't think I have any outs. Yeah, I'm just gonna shame scoop. Fuck, man. Fuck. So depressing. Maybe you want to bring in Redcap Melee for Mayhem Devil. I think Hearse is not good. Dispute's bad. Discard's bad. Maybe Masked Vandal for Witch's Oven, potentially. I've been cutting the Thunderkin Awakeners a lot. Trim one of these. Trim this. It's activated as a sorcery, but it's a mana ability. You can't respond to mana abilities. Oh, but the Reef was in play, right? So because the Risen Reef was in play, then it's always going to put a trigger on the stack. If the Reef was not in play, then yes, I agree with you. But with the Reef being in play, every time the Ignus comes into play, it generates a trigger, which means there's always a window for them to kill it. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I just wouldn't take the Reef in that case. This deck is super hard to play, though. This probably could have been a 5-0 if I wasn't streaming. Just kidding. Just kidding. I love you guys. Streaming is hard. This deck is hard. Streaming a hard deck is really fucking hard. Forgive me, chat. This hand looks good. I think it's fine. This hand seems cracked. It does seem pretty good. I mean, there's no 2-drop, but if I weren't streaming, who would have told you you missed Infinite Life? Yeah, I guess I still would have lost anyways. What's up, Big Red? Dude, that's E. I missed that E. It's a good store. Welcome to the family. Big Red with the 3. Thank you for the 3. Appreciate you, buddy. I haven't been to that E, and I can't even remember the last time I went there. That's a really good draw step. I think the last time I went to that E was at least 5 years ago. At least. Yeah, it was back when I was living in Worcester. Double Thoughtseize. Kind of hope they don't take the Reef. Cool. Well, I mean, I'm just going to draw some cards with Reef. You have triple Thoughtseize? Okay, sure. Nice Thoughtseize. Does that make you want to cast Birgi? I think I still want to play Reef. Well, I wouldn't play Birgi, I would play Monument, but kind of an embarrassing card to draw, but it does trigger Reef. Good old Blue Days reminder, playing for the box at Andy's store. Oh yeah. Yep, Andy's store too. I loved Andy's store. Mayhem Devil. We just go Monument Pass? Probably just Monument Pass, right? I don't want to sack the treasure because they just get to kill the reef. And there's no point in sacking treasure to play elf because they're just going to be able to kill the elf anyways. I mean, they only have 2 cards in their hand. If they don't play an oven, they can't really do anything. Of course they have an oven, but we have the Vandal to kill the oven. I don't think this is that bad. So we can start with Vandal to force action. Probably discard the elf. Ooh, okay. Alright, target that. Trigger, trigger, trigger. I kind of want to hit a land off the reef. It's kind of the opposite of what I wanted to hit. Big Joe from 80 Star passed away about 2 years back. I did not hear about that. That sucks. Big Joe is awesome. Risen Reef, huh? Okay, that's fine. And then they're going to kill the Innkeeper. They're not killing the Innkeeper, huh? Okay. Oh, I guess they can just do it anyways. Sure. Just play this tapped and pass, right? And they only have 1 trigger for Mayhem Devil, so they can't... I probably should have attacked. I think we might be okay. Why are they doing this end of turn? Why did they let me trigger Reef? I don't know. They should have killed the Reef with the Vandal in the stack. I think they maybe just forgot. Okay. Yeah. Haunted Ridge. So, I mean, depending on what they do, I mean, I doubt they're just going to tap out. They only have 1 current well, they have 1 active activation up. But if they have, like, another Dispute or Village Rites, they can, have 2 activations. I don't give a shit about that. You can have that. Okay, I'm at 12. I assume that means they're sacrificing this. I guess Dispute kind of sucks, because that... because now they have 2 treasures. Alright, so we have to draw Redcap Melee? Yeah, we have to draw Melee. That is not Melee. You can't interact with the Ignus. Oh, right, because we don't have the Reef in play this time. Right. We don't have the Reef in play. So I guess we just lead on Birgi, right? So go lead on Birgi. I mean, if they have push, but... Lead on Birgi, trigger this. I think discard the Steam-Kin. And then, yeah, we just go. I mean, I guess if they have push, but... Trigger Birgi. Hopefully they don't have push. Please no push, please no push, please no push. Okay, no push yet. Unless they've now realized they can't kill the Ignus. But maybe they just don't have the push. We found the melee. Which is kind of funny. So I can actually... I can pick up the Ignus. Okay, so now they're going to kill the Birgi? Wait. So they're sacking for 2 red. They have, like, Bone Crusher Giant, maybe? Oh, they have Kolaghan's Command? Why did they let me do all that when they have Kolaghan's Command? I could have just blown up the monument. Can't sack my treasure? No, I don't need to. So it looks like they have Kolaghan's Command. Why the fuck did they wait? Okay, so... Man, they have 2 cards in hand. I'm trying to think if there's, like, any reason to respond. Not really. I mean, I'm gonna kill this thing anyways, so I might as well just kill it now. I just pass. That sucks. Go. Jegantha. I could have sacked treasure for Jegantha, but then if I sack treasure for Jegantha, I don't have the 5th mana to play, right? Or did I have 2 colorless floating? I might have had 2 colorless floating. Let's do this. I had red floating to return Ignus. Oh, right. Okay, I could have picked up the Ignus to use that mana to pick up Jegantha. Yeah, maybe that would have been good. Okay. What is their last card? I guess they're going to pick up Jegantha. Yeah. Well, that doesn't really do anything, right? I don't think that does anything. Let's just do this. Let's play this and pass. I could have played that face down as the horn, maybe. The back half. Immediately get punished for not doing that. Yeah, I don't know. I did not play these. I did not play this match very well. Guess I'll take a draw step. Pretty good in top deck wars? How so? I mean, I guess we have Coco. We're still have 3 of those. We only have 1 Birgi left. I mean, had I played the horn, this would have been a lot better if I had just, cast my corn, but... Oh, God, I played this game so badly. Valet. I mean, Valet is not really a good top deck, right? I guess if we have enough mana, we could just kind of go off with Valet plus Ignus. Even if it's not infinite, it might still be enough to kill them. Yeah. Okay. Probably have to trade, right? Yeah, I gotta trade. Can't take 5. Okay, is there a reason to Coco now? Is there a reason not to Coco now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit the Valet. Does that kill them? So we can go Valet plus Birgi, right? Valet plus Birgi. I think that kills them, right? Because then we get a trigger off of the Valet. And then we go pick up Ignus. Replay Ignus, trigger. Yeah, this should kill them, right? I think so. They want me to sell my soul. This is infinite, right? Yeah, it's just infinite. Kick W. Alright, well, I guess I still won this game. That's sick. Alright, the question is, how big do we want to get this Valet? Oh, they conceded? Man! They conceded at 32. I wanted to go into the millions with that thing. Have you tested that, Togek? Like how far you can go with it? What's the integer limit on Valet? I don't know. So what I did is when I was just like I rented the cards and I goldfish with this deck to see how far it would go. I got up to over 2 million. Like the power on Valet was over 2 million, but then when I attacked, I only went to like negative 330 or whatever. So isn't there an alliance card that deals 1 on ETB? Saffron Olive have. He spent like 10 minutes doing it. Oh no. Yeah. Why light up over Banefire? Because light up is just better on curve, right? Because you can light up a Llanowar Elf for 1 mana. You can't do that with Banefire. So if you just like draw the light up the night, it's way better as light up the night than just a Banefire. Alright, last game of the stream. What do we got? This hand looks pretty good, right? We got Reef, we got Monument. Lead on Florahedron, right? Yeah. Maybe I have enough lands where giving up the Risen Reef trigger is kind of bad. So this probably takes Monument. If I had to guess. Yeah, I could have held this for 1 turn, maybe. Might have been fine. They just missed a point of damage. Dope. I don't know why they missed a point of damage, but... I'll take the free point. +1 Keck W. +1 Keck W. Besides it being horrendous on the mana, is there any universe where you play Eldritch Evolution +1 Trophy Mage? That's a little dicey. I think that's a little too dicey. Yeah, you would lose it on Jegantha. What the fuck are they doing? Why are they not attacking? They're just missing damage. Like, there's no reason to not attack. I mean, Was I supposed to Vandal there? No, I'm supposed to Reef first, I think. If one card in hand, they would have played Croaks if they had it, right? Like, or Mayhem Devil. They would have played Devil if they had it. Because now I can just go land, Vandal, Florahedron, kill this, trigger this twice. It's so much better for me if I wait. Unless, obviously, they rip Mayhem Devil, but... They finally attacked! They did it! Claps in the chat. They did it. Yeah. Hit a land off Reef, but can't put it into play. Although, at this point, I would want to keep it anyways, right? Because of the Reef. Be a push or something, maybe? Another cat. Okay. I guess the Croaks is a little scary. I'm going to lead on Florahedron. Trigger the Reef. Okay. I mean, I guess that's not great, but... Play Vandal. Target this. Reef trigger. I will exile my Runaway Steam-Kin. No attacks. Oh, I guess they can get back Croaksa now. I mean, we're not dead to the Croaksa. I can discard the Elf, and then maybe take a hit from it. I can chump block with Vandal. Need to find a monument. That's what we need to find. I'm gonna discard Elf. I mean, I want to discard Botanical Sanctum, but I don't want to give them... I don't want to take 3 damage. Alright, 1 card in hand. I kind of have to play the Ignus this turn, right? Just to get a trigger. So let's play Ignus. That is not bad. Alright. I'm going to remember that I have to main phase this. So I will main phase this, and I will play the Coco. We take Birgi plus Innkeeper, I think. Yeah, Birgi plus Innkeeper. Any order. Triggers. And I'm at 11. So we just go Botanical Sanctum pass. That's infinite life next turn. Yeah, well, assuming we get to untap with Birgi, right? But yeah, we can just chill. Got the melee up too, so if they play Mayhem Devil, I can respond, sack Treasure, and then after they pass priority, then I can melee the Devil. Infinite draws as well. How do we get infinite? Oh, because of the Risen Reef. Yeah, we just draw through our whole deck with the Reef. So yeah, this is deterministic if it gets untapped with this board. I have a feeling they're probably going to kill something. Oh, well, okay, they're just dead. Do I even kill the Den? I probably do. I mean, I actually discard 1 more card. If they have, like, land Croaksa, if I go melee the Den, Croaksa trigger, discard Elf, if they have another Croaksa and a land, I could maybe discard the Ignus, so I think I'm just going to let them attack with the Den. The reason would be land second Croaksa, because then I lose the Ignus, right? And I think as long as, if they're doing this, I'm going to get to untap and they're going to die. So we go... this here... You can just take 4, right? I don't even want to block with the Birgi. I'm just going to take 4. Alright, they have a land. Untap. I will cast Grinning Ignus. Trigger Birgi. Do you have anything? You don't. You're dead. Cast Grinning Ignus. Trigger. Draw my entire deck, gain infinite life. Okay. Trigger. Alright, we did it. Alright, cool. So, 3-2. We punted very badly round 1 against humans, and then we got absolutely shit on by Mono Red. So, not bad, right? Not bad for my very first league with this deck, which is very hard to play. You know, very easily could have been a 4-1. I do agree with Togek. The Mono Red matchup feels completely unwinnable. Like, they have Ferocidon, they have Eidolon, they have a Fast Clock, they just have, like, infinite cards that you have to deal with, and they have a lot of removal spells for all your creatures, so... I don't really know how you fix that, but other than that, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is a sweet combo deck. If you're interested in, like, kind of playing some more combo-centric decks in Pioneer, this is definitely a sweet one, and, yeah, it was a lot of fun, so see you guys in the next one. Dodge it? Yeah, just simply dodge it, 5-head. Alright, let's open our chest, and let's get out of here. Ooh, a Gonti.